Hi, I'm Terica Talbert, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tuesdays with Terica. Today we will be interviewing Gwendolyn Mayes with First Protection Life Insurance. Such great information that we're going to be sharing. This channel is to encourage, uplift, and empower. Stay tuned. It's going to be a blessing to you. And if you don't mind, like, share, and subscribe. Channel. So today we are going to be talking with Miss Gwendolyn Mayes with First Protective. She is an insurance agent. So hi, Miss Gwendolyn.
Hello,
how are you?
Fun. How are you today?
I am great. I am great. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today. I certainly do appreciate it. As I was stating, Miss Gwendolyn is an independent broker. And can you share with our viewers what that actually means? Because most of the people say, well, my insurance agent. So tell them the difference between an agent and a broker.
Well, the difference is that I am contracted with several different companies. I'm not locked down to only one company. Some of us call it being captive. That means I can only write for that one company. But I am able to shop around and find the best rate, the best coverage for a client. If there's specific health issues they have, then I'm able to send it up to my underwriter and let them know that this is the issues the client has, and then they're able to shop around and find a company that will accept them.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So you're not limited. What she's saying is she's not limited to one particular service.
Right.
So for whatever it is that you might need regarding insurance, this is the person to contact. So Miss Gwendolyn, how long have you actually been in the business?
Well, I should have looked that up. I think I got my license, I think it was in 1989, so it's been a long time.
A lot of experience.
Long time. I started off with a high school classmate, Marilyn Prince, who had an agency called Allstate Insurance Company. And then in 2000, then I worked for Liberty Life. Then that was considered a captive company, so you couldn't contract with anybody unless they approved of it. And they closed their business in 2010. And then after that, I went as an independent agent under First Protective because they did buy out Liberty Life. So I've been with them up until now. I'm sort of like semi-retired.
I don't believe that.
Now, a lot of people don't believe that. But I'm still doing it, and I love what I do. So
and that's what makes the difference when you have a heart for servicing people. Even on the days that you're supposed to be off, you're still kind of working because you always have it in the back of your mind, my client needs this service or my client needs this information.
Correct.
Or you just don't want to leave them kind of out waiting for information when we know how important having insurance is.
That's true.
So do you feel that since you first started in the business that more people are taking insurance more seriously now?
That's a difficult question. During COVID, I really thought people would really think hard about it because I know I put a lot of information out on my Facebook page, asking people to review their policies, make sure all the information, everything was updated, and to let them know that it's available. But still, I see people want to use GoFundMe as a way. So I'm hoping that people will really, really take it real serious about getting life insurance because it's very important. And then instill that information also in their children because I know our parents and great parents, that's what they really believed in, getting life insurance. And then a lot of parents are really, when children are born, they will call me and say, I just had a baby, can I get some life insurance? You have to wait, I think it's 6, maybe 12, baby 6 or 12 weeks old, and you're able to get some life insurance. And you pretty much, once you do that, you're pretty much locked in. Yeah.
I remember my aunt and uncle they're in their 80s.
Okay.
And I remember the insurance man coming by to get the payment.
Right.
And I know that fortunately, the people that they were doing business with were always legitimate.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. They were
Right.
always able to use the funds however they needed, with different deaths that they
Right.
had that were unexpected. And they didn't have the coverage because at that point they didn't have the GoFundMe.
Right.
In my personal opinion, I feel like the GoFundMe is a way out for people of not being responsible.
I agree.
However, I know everybody has their own different
Right.
level of financial situations or
Right.
whatnot, but how can somebody that may not have a lot of money be able to get a plan that will be beneficial so that they don't have to be in that position to have to put out for GoFundMe?
Okay. Well, I have companies which we'll call like a final expense. So if you say, I can only budget $50 a month, then I'm able to go in and put that in and try to get you close coverage, close to that, say $50 a month. So, it's dependent on the age. I always say it's always better to get the coverage when you're young and you're in good health. So it is a way to be able to get some life insurance. Term, which you can get a lot of, which is very cheap, but I always explain to people, term is like have an apartment. Living in an apartment is something that you will never own, but you can get anywhere between 10 to 30-year term. And then some companies will let you renew it, or you can convert it over to a permanent policy. And with a permanent policy, that means you're locking it in and you don't ever have to worry about the premiums going up.
So let me ask you this, in just in referencing the situation that I brought up with my aunt and uncle, when they were paying different premiums, and I'm going to just assume, because I don't know if they had permanent, when they were able to use a portion of that amount of money for another family member, for their final expenses or whatnot, is that what they did, or do you think it was another way that they were able to use that?
Are you saying, we just throw out a figure. Let's just say if they bought a $10,000 policy. So are you saying they took some money out of that policy?
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's a whole life policy, which
Okay.
you're able to withdraw some cash out of it, but you need to pay that money back into it. So let's say if they was $10,000, say if they borrowed $2,000, didn't put that back at the death benefit, they probably only got like $8,000.
That makes sense. So for anyone that's not really sure about what we were just saying, the difference in the temporary
term,
the term, excuse me, the term life insurance policy is that policy is only for a period of time. You will never own it. You will never be able to allow it to benefit you long term, correct?
Right, and has no cash value.
Has no cash value.
No cash
but
value.
The permanent
has cash value built up in it.
Has cash value. So instead of having to be in a position where you are asking other people for financial help, this particular policy will allow you to be able to pull some funds from it.
If you've had it for a period of time.
If you've had it long enough for it to
build the cash
build up the cash
Right.
value, then you can still use that to be a help. And then you can use it for however you need for your family or however.
Right.
So, Ms. Gwendolyn, tell me, what areas do you actually cover? Are you just here in the upstate? Do you...
I'm licensed in South Carolina, North Carolina, and I think I still have my Georgia license. Like I said, I'm semi-retired, but those were when I was just say fully. Those were the 3 states pretty much that I concentrated on. So. I think at one time I might have had some license in Virginia or whatever, but I'm able, if I have someone in those states, I am able to get out-of-state license. But right now, it's pretty much North Carolina and South Carolina.
So what she's basically saying is no matter who you are watching this YouTube channel, if you need some life insurance, contact her so that she can at least tap into some of the resources that she has to be able to help get you the policy that you need, especially if you're here in our area. That's a wonderful thing.
And if you're on South Carolina soil, then you know the contract is sound in South Carolina. Yeah, you can do that.
That would be awesome. So I know we talked about the premiums being possibly as low as $50 a month. Is that based off of health? Do you have, if you have medical issues, is that an issue for you to be able to get coverage, or?
Yeah, it's different levels. You can be, some companies, they have like standard, preferred, preferred plus. And usually what I do is I'll just quote them. If they tell me they're in good health, perfect health, the weight and everything, no medication and everything, then I probably will give them a quote. And I'm just saying, this is a quote. This is not permanent. It has to go through underwriting. Once underwriting go through and check your medical records and everything, and then it may come back the same as what I quoted. And then I've had some that come back much cheaper, which I always love when it can come back with a lower premium.
Makes you feel like a hero,
Yeah.
right?
But, you know, long as you're honest and upfront with me, and, you know, if you have health issues, there are companies that, that will take you the final expense. So let's just say someone have had a heart attack and a stroke. As long as they're not in the hospital or whatever, then you have what's called a graded death policy.
Okay.
That means if you are 65 and younger, that means you have to keep that policy for at least 3 years before it'll pay the full benefit. If you're over 65, then you have to keep it for 2 years. But if you die within those time frames, you do get all your premiums back, and some companies will pay you 5% interest on it. So there's no way that you're going to lose.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So what if you're a smoker?
If you're a smoker, then there is a smoker rates. Sometimes the premium will double. All depends on your health issues or whatever else may be going on with you. So yeah.
So, so in your final expenses, So I know you're not a mortician,
No.
but what do you kind of see as a basic plan for the final expenses? I mean, what does that look like? Because I thank God I haven't had to be in the position where I had to talk to somebody to know. So what would be a basic coverage that would actually be able to cover the final expenses, in your opinion? Because I know you can't quote for sure.
Right. Usually people will start, if they just especially want to take care of burial expense only, usually they'll do like $10,000.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll usually do like $10,000. And then I'll ask them questions like, do you have any money in savings? Because sometimes, you know, there may be medical bills that, you know, you pass away that you need to take care of. Do you have like a 401k or any funds, you know, that will help out should a loved one pass away? But, and life insurance can be used for, a lot of them would take, like, let's just say a young couple with a couple of children, maybe has a mortgage or whatever. They want to make sure that there's enough money should something happen to them, their mortgage is paid off, there's some funds left for the children if they want to go off to college or whatever, or just continue the lifestyle that they are used to living. Because when you lose a loved one, that can be devastating. That's the incomes that cut off, and especially if this one spouse, only one spouse is living, and that breadwinner is the one who have to pass away. So yeah, it can be devastating. It does.
Hard because
Yeah.
you know, everything about death is so unpredictable.
It is. It
And
is.
that's why we're having this conversation with everyone today.
Yeah.
Is because we want you to feel empowered. This whole program is about being empowered.
Correct.
To know what to do, so that in the event you have any questions about anything, you have the resources to be able to talk to somebody that can give you helpful information, so that you can make a wise and a sound decision. So we are so grateful that you were able to come and hang out with us. One of the things that I would like for you to share, if there's any questions that I wasn't able to present to you, if there's any thoughts that you might have that you would like to share with our viewers, of the importance of having the insurance coverage, how to get in touch with you, whatever you feel is relevant at this point. If you would like to share that, we would be so grateful.
Okay. Well, I just like to encourage everyone too, if you don't have life insurance, to really consider life insurance on everyone in your family, even if you have young children, because like I said, we're finding out now young children have a lot of health issues. They're diabetic, a lot of allergies. sad to say, y'all kids are getting cancer, and now with COVID and everything. So I think it's very important to take a look at that and just see, and then sit down and just see what can I put in my budget, because that is something very, very, very important to do. If you have any questions, you can reach me. Email is Gwendolyn.Mayes, that's MAYES, @gmail.com. My phone number is 864-884-2616. That's my cell. You can always send a text. If you happen to call me and I don't answer, leave me a message, and I will definitely get back in contact with you.
So Miss Gwendolyn is extremely busy. So if any reason you are unable to reach her, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. I will definitely pass your information on to her so that she is able to give you the information that you need. Again, we are here trying to uplift, encourage, and empower each of our viewers, each of our followers. So you can reach me at, my name is Terica Talbert, 864-270-8111. Gwendolyn Mayes with First Protection Life Insurance, your independent broker. Reach out to her, give her a call, and support those that are able to support you. Thank you so much for your time. We hope you enjoy your day.